Hello viewers, welcome to Ellen TV. This is where you watch and learn. I'm your tutor, Miss Mukungi. I'm taking you through CRE Form 2. This is our 26th lesson and our topic today is Jesus teaching in parables, and the subtopic is the parable of the sower. On to the lesson objective. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the parable of the sower, meaning and interpretation. Also, explain the parable of the lamp and a bowl and meaning and interpretation. And then finally, explain who Jesus' mother and brother are. Starting with the parable of the sower, Jesus used a number of parables to teach about the word of God. When you read Luke chapter 8 verse 4 to 15, Jesus taught this parable to the crowd that followed him. He said that a farmer went out to sow corn. He scattered seeds and he did so. Some of them fell on path and they were tramped on and eaten by birds. Also, Jesus taught that other seeds fell on the rock ground. When they germinated, they were withered because they lacked moisture. Some seeds fell among thorns bushes. They grew with bushes which choked them as they grew. Some other seeds fell on fertile. They grew up in fertile soil, and the yield was 100 seeds for each seed sown. Another thing you will find that Jesus used this parable to explain how people take the word of God. A seed that fell on the path represents people who hear the word of God, and then the devil comes and takes away the word from their hearts so that they could not believe and thus are not saved. On the other thing about the meaning of the parable, you will find that seed that fell on the rocky ground are people who receive the word of God with joy, but it does not stay with them. They believe for a while, but when faced with trials and temptations, they stop believing and fall away. Another meaning, the third meaning is that seed that fell on the thorny bushes stands for people who receive the word. However, they fail to follow their beliefs because of interference by life's worries, riches, and pressures of the world. They fail to mature as the believers. Another thing you will find that we have seeds that fell on the good soil are those people with a noble and good heart. They hear the word and then retain it in their hearts. Such people persevere and produce good harvest. And this picture here is an example of that parable. The picture shows very well the farmer with the seeds. Those that fell on the pathway, they were eaten by the birds. Also, we have those fell on the thorny bushes. They were entangled by the thorns. They could not grow well. Also, we have those that fell on the good soil. They grew to produce good yields. Jesus used this to show how people in the same church take the word of God. Here you can see that the seeds that fell on the fertile soil grew well and they produced good harvest, as you can see. Another thing you will find that the different types of soil in this parable refer to different kinds of hearts of people. The farmers is Jesus, God, or preacher. We learned that one should not despair. It is important to receive the word of God, practice it, and persevere so as to be fruitful. Another thing you will find that once you take the word of God in your heart and keep it, you are able to give out or to produce good harvest. Now we have come to the end of our lesson, and today we have the activity that you are supposed to do. One, you are supposed to outline the parable of the sower and also explain the meaning of the parable of the sower. For more information, you can refer to KLB Book 2, page 67 to 69, and the Bible, Luke chapter 8, verse 4 to 15. You can follow us by SMSing the number that is appearing on your screen. Also, you can find us in YouTube as Elim TV. Also, we are there in Facebook as Elim TV. And finally in Twitter at elimtv_KE.